So take a look at these little dragon fruit seedlings that we managed to sprout and grow last year. In the video eating dragon fruit, I don't know if you caught that. If you didn't, just take a look up there. It'll pop up. You can watch that later. Some of the seeds were already sprouting within the dragon fruit. So we've grown them and, well, it took a long time for them to get going, but now they're growing like lightning. So in this video, we're going to repot these dragon fruit and put them on some little wooden trellises that I've knocked up. And we'll talk about some of the growing requirements when you're growing your own dragon fruit. So stick around. So guys, welcome back to Green Thumbs Garden and another video. My name's Alex, and if you like gardening, horticulture and ornamental plant care, then make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you don't miss a single thing. So these little dragon fruit, we must have had nearly growing for about a year now. They're really slow, they germinate really quick. As you saw in the fruit, they were already germinating, some of them. And then they like just freeze for ages and they take a long time. But then once they get going, now they're just going like mad. And we've had these growing under our Mars Hydro grow lights the whole time. So they've had a nice stable environment and they've done really good under those lights. I've got a link in the description if you are looking for a grow light. Mars Hydro makes some beautiful quality grow lights. I had the privilege of being able to test that grow light that they sent me for free, and I've been super duper happy with it. I use it for all sorts. I don't know how I managed to live without it before. It's really handy for my nepanthes and bringing on seedlings and things like that. So if you want to check the video for the Mars Hydro TS1000, check the link just there. It's the review of the light that I've been using, and check the store out in the description. They make really nice products. So we're going to repot these dragon fruits. Dragon fruit is a tropical plant. It's a cactus, but they're like very fertile, well-drained soil. So what we're going to do for our potting mix, we've got some normal compost here. You know what you buy from a garden centre, nice premium compost. We're going to add about 1/4 sand to that mix to help it drain more. It'll be a nice medium then for our dragon fruit. We're going to enrich it with a bit of compost to give it that rich organic material. And I've got a bit of well-rotted manure in this little bowl from a goat's backside. Can you believe it? Oh, it smells lovely. And that'll help these little dragon fruits grow spectacular. And we're going to plant them in these nice little pots. They'll do the dragon fruits, I reckon, for another year of growth. Maybe next year we can repot them into a larger container. And we've got these little trellises. I think I went a little bit enthusiastic with this one. I think they only need like 1 stick, you know, but I like to overthink things sometimes. So it's pretty handy to have a nice big container like this for mixing up your soil. You get these normally from builders, merchants. They use them for mixing plaster or cement up in. Really good for mixing your soil also in there. So that's about the soil we've got. We've got too much here really. It's about 2 litres, 2.5 litres. We're going to add 25% sand to the mix, help with the aeration and help with the drainage. We're going to add a little bit of compost from our compost bin, which is pretty well rotted, and we'll throw in the goat poop also, and we'll just mix this up as best we can and see how it looks. If you feel it needs a little bit more sand, you can do, but normally 25-30% should do you. That looks pretty good, you know. Nice, light and fluffy. You know what? Maybe we could add a bit extra compost in there and add a bit more of that organic material. Let me go and get some more. Okay, so there we go. We'll add plenty more compost into the mix. Dragon fruit like rich soil. So these are our pots that we're using. It's a good idea when you're reusing pots that you've obviously had things growing in before to give them a wash down with a 10% bleach solution with water to kill any fungus or germs that might be on the pot from your last plants. That way you'll minimise any chances to pass on funguses and other diseases from plants that you had growing in it before. So these have all been washed. So we'll take one of our dragon fruits. It'll be interesting to see if these grow fruit one day, and we'll talk a bit about that at the end of the video if you stick around, what we can expect when you're growing fruit trees, things like dragon fruits and that from seed. So let's pot these up. We'll stick a bit of our potting mix in there. Can't use our little nifty trick today, can we? Because it's not in a pot anyway. And we're gonna stick the stick in like that. Stick him in next to it like that. And fill it just around like, should be just fine, look. We're packing it down, and then we'll just use a bit of string to tie it onto its support. Not pulling it too tight. Don't want to squash or crush the little fella. We'll just cut them ends off. The great thing about using natural string, you can just sling it straight into the countryside and not even feel guilty about it. Excellent, so that's one done, look. Fill our pot up. Stick in a stake. Then we just need to weasel one of our little fruits out of its pot. Like that. Now I can't decide whether it'd be worth chopping this little side branch off right now, because ideally for now we just want it to grow straight. But I can make that decision later. I'll let you know what I decide to do. For now, we'll leave it as it is. Just fill it up a bit more. Excellent. Ideally, that's what we want, just one big stem for now. Maybe I'll chop it off. I just feel guilty chopping off the growth. Just put all that effort in to grow it, and then I'm just going to come and lop it off. But I suppose that's the cruel job of the horticulturist, isn't it? We're just being careful, because they're quite delicate. I could cut this thing in half with a string if I put in too much muscle. So we want to be delicate and not cut into our little vine. Then we'll just fill it up. As we pack it down, it'll help keep that stake a little bit more solid as well. Cool. Looking wonderful. Yeah, so these little growths at the bottom here, we're going to have to prune these out. They're not going to fit in with our plan. It's a cruel job being a horticulturist, but yeah, we need to take them off. We want all our growth for now just going upwards. Excellent, so I've got 3 more to finish. You've got to remember, when you're growing fruits from seeds, same with the dragon fruits, most fruits, they'll not grow through to seed, and a lot of people have been asking this question constantly in the cherry seed, growing cherries from seed video. What you'll get is a genetic gamble. Who knows what you're going to get? Basically something that's representing its parentage, its granddad, its mum, dad, you know, whatever, all the genetic information what's in that seed. So you could end up with really good fruiting plant, really awesome, but you could end up with something that gives a very rubbish crop, something what don't fruit a lot, maybe the fruits are not desirable. You just don't know, you know. The only way to guarantee a really good fruit is to basically take a cutting or to graft onto a seed grown plant like this. But it is a lot of fun growing from seed, because at the same time, you know, it's a big surprise. What are you going to get? You might get something really, really interesting. So we'll see what this does. We'll follow these little dragon fruits on the channel. We'll have some updates. Be really fun to see them one day flower and get some fruits from them. So we're going to give these some water. We'll put it in a nice semi-shaded area where they'll get some nice bright morning sunlight and then be sheltered by the wisteria by midday, because they have been growing all this time under the grow lights. They'll not be hardened to what real sunlight is like, and it might burn them. So we'll keep them protected, slowly adjust them to that bright light. We'll give these a good water. Dragon fruits like plenty of water. Remember, they don't want wet feet though. Don't keep them sitting in trays of water. So guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Pop that like button, share this video with your friends if they're interested. Next time I get some dragon fruits, maybe we'll do a germination video, but it's dead easy. You just get them dragon fruits straight out of the fruit, pop it into the same mix that we've just used up now, and they'll grow within a week or two, and then they'll be like frozen in carbonite, you know, for months without much growth at all. But then when they do start growing, boom, you know, there'll be loads of growth there. So if you want to know how to grow dragon fruit, check my other video out there in the top right corner as well. Guys, as always, it's been a real pleasure. Got some orchid, vanilla orchid vines just in, and I'm going to be working on building a video for that as well. That'll be probably out next. Really excited about these orchid vines growing as own vanilla, man. So that'll be really cool. Guys, until next time, I'll see you later.